Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Jan Erickson from Stepping Aside, and welcome to Somewhat Daily Tarot and Rune for the 25th day of February 2019. Well, snowpocalypse has arrived indeed here on the high desert of Central Oregon. We got about, I don't know, anywhere from 1.5 to 2 feet last night. So my husband's out trying to get the snow off of the carport. It's just one of those temporary type structures, that's got a tarp over it. So, we got to keep the snow off that. There's probably a good 1.5 feet on the roof, which we can't do anything about, at least not right now. It's going to snow the rest of the day, looks like. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, then it's supposed to stop, I guess, and then we're supposed to get maybe 2 to 4 more inches. So in case the power goes out, in case I lose internet, in case, I thought I better do something today really quick, just so everybody knows that I didn't abandon everybody. So this should resolve itself hopefully this week, although the 10-day forecast doesn't look like it's going to melt. So I don't know. I guess we're going to get winter all at once on the high desert. So we'll see. Hopefully I keep internet going here. I think I have. I think I've got internet. Yeah, I think I do. So anyhow, hopefully I'll be able to upload this. And I thought about just doing it live, but I thought, no, I better not do that. So anyhow, let me go ahead and count 13 and see what we have for today on this snowy Monday. Well, I have the 8 of Cups. I'm going to go ahead and draw 2 more since I need to be in a hurry, possibly. I'm just hoping I get this thing uploaded. So let me do 2 more. Well, so far I have the 8 of Cups is what I pulled first, and now I've pulled Death. And let's do the last card. And the 5 of Swords. So something's happened. There's going to be a transition of some kind. I think probably this is actually the first card, even though I'm going to put Death at the end. Some change here. There was maybe a war of words, conflict of some kind, and he won. Only look at him. He's gloating. I don't like this card. I don't like the clouds. I don't like any of it. So a change has happened and not in the favor maybe of well, it's not in the favor of somebody anyway. Then the 8 of Cups. Here we're walking away, even if it's in a challenge, because you can see he's kind of going up an incline. But we've got the 8 of Cups where he's walking away from emotions that no longer serve. So something's happened here that has caused this. Now we're going to undergo a transformation here. Death is the 13th card of the major arcana. So a change in foundation. So, I mean, obviously if the body dies and you're reborn, right, then you've had a change and you had a transformation, right? So it's a very foundational change. So whatever has happened, whatever we're walking away from is maybe it's emotions surrounding some type of conflict we've had with some other folks, and either we're about to come into something new or we're putting an end to it. Okay, maybe we've tried to figure out a way past it, the conflict, and you just can't, and it's causing you way too much emotion, and so you have to walk away from it and realize, though, that saying, as one door opens, another, or as one door closes, another opens. That's usually what happens, isn't it? We never stay. Once we make a decision, we never then stay as it was. Things never stay as they were. We never stay as we were. Once we make that decision, I don't know if you've ever been in that position. I'm there all the time where it's like, okay, enough. And I have to just say, okay, I have to close the door to this, and this is just too much. I'm kind of in a situation right now where I'm having to do that, where I have had so much emotion about something that I've just had to say, you know what? My husband and I, we talked about it. We just said, you know what, we have to just put that aside now. And whatever's going on with all of that, we just let that be over there because we have nothing to do with it. And so it's just something that's being visited on us. That's upsetting. And so at some point, you just have to decide, well, I can't live in the upset anymore because I don't know what's going on or why it's going on anyway. And so you just have to stop and say, all right, this really has no bearing on my day-to-day life. It has no bearing on anything I'm actually doing here in the present moment. This is someone else's drama, and they need to work it out. And we can just not pay attention to it. And so I think when you do that, it's like the energetic connection that's going on in that moment has been severed. And so it allows everybody, in a sense, to go to their own corners, go about their lives, and maybe remember why it should have never happened in the first place. So if you've had an argument with someone, or you think there might be something like that going on, but you don't know, because that's where I'm at. It's like, I think there's a problem, but I don't yet know what it is. And so, the person who needs to tell me what it is, otherwise I don't know, right? So if you're having one of those moments like I am, it's like, okay, I know you're upset about something, but why won't you tell me? So anyway, if that's happening, sometimes it's just best to give that person their space and just say, you know what, do your thing, whatever. And you know, just give it up to source and let source figure it out, because I can't. Anyhow, obviously though, something positive is coming, because this is not a negative card. It's one of the most positive cards in the whole deck, really, if you think about it, because here we're going through cycles. We're going through death and rebirth. So we're letting go of something that no longer serves, and we're moving into something way more positive than what we had. So let's do a rune real quick, though. And so far, I still have lights. So I don't know. You never know in Central Oregon. For all of the, progression we have made over here in our little spot in the universe, there's a lot about Central Oregon we're not Portland, and we don't have the same level of services that Portland has, although we have them certainly. The roads will get plowed sometime. I don't know when. Certainly not out here. We'll be the last. Although we did see a snowplow going up the road out there, but not in here or anything. This is, we don't even we don't even get real pavement in here. We get that chip seal stuff where they lay tar down and then put a bunch of gravel down, and then they want us to just drive over it. And well, sometimes they'll bring a roller, but most of the time, I've lived here for, we'll be married 40 years here in May, and we've lived here 38 years. And back in the beginning, oh gosh, maybe even for the first 20 years here, you would actually have to go out and drive all over. It'd be all of us in this little housing development driving over it to actually pave the road. Yeah. So and when they put gravel down, it's usually volcanic rock. So we're just the Flintstones over here. We really are. Anyway, Sewillow, please let the sun come out and melt this crap. But anyway, I grew up in Alaska. I was born in California, and we moved to Alaska when I was not quite 5. We were there till just before 11. So I was there for 6 years. I was there during the earthquake in 64 and in the 9.2 earthquake, all that stuff. Well, anyway, I've had enough of snow. And it's not that I don't like it, because I do. I don't like this amount of it, though. This is freaky. But we have a snowblower now, so we can at least get out of the driveway if we have to. But I've already gone to the store, so I don't think I'm going to have to do that. Anyhow, Sewillow. The 16th rune of the Elder Futhark, it's a 7 numerology, so balance. You can see the as above, so below. The idea is you keep spirit in balance with ego. But these days we need to really we need to have spirit overshadow ego, because the ego part has just run amok. We could have lived in balance, having spirit inform the whole thing, but oh no, We chose not to do that, and ego ran amok, and now we've got what we've got, right? Well, this is also about enlightenment and clarity and truth. So whatever is happening here, positive, is reinforced by Suillo. So, well, cool. Well, I hope everybody had a good weekend. We were just sitting and waiting to see what was going to happen, and we were able to do some things to prepare for it, but we just weren't able to do everything we could. Like, we woke up and we couldn't get out of we could get off the porch, but only with a shovel. So anyhow, I put some pictures up on my personal Facebook page. I'll go ahead and I'll transfer those over to Stepping Aside's Facebook page. But you can always go onto the personal one and see it. Well, no, it's only friends, so I guess you'd have to friend request me. Go ahead, I'll say yes. Anyway, but otherwise, I'll put them on the Facebook page for the Stepping Aside. But that's the blog. In case you're new here, I write a blog called Stepping Aside over at imsteppingaside.com. It's a witch blog, and it has all kinds of stuff. It's got a grimoire. It talks about cannabis and being an empath and Reiki and all kinds of stuff. So anyhow, if you want to check that out, it's at imsteppingaside.com. I have to write the lunar transits, so I'm going to do that here next, and hopefully I can get it uploaded before internet goes away. Sometimes that happens when we have snow. We'll have interruption and that kind of stuff. Hopefully that does not happen. So far, I've got TV, though, so my direct TV is working. The internet's not part of that, though, so that's something else. So anyhow, thanks a lot for coming by. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. If I don't, just know I don't have internet, okay? So anyhow, click subscribe. I'd love you to do that and check in on me, make sure we're still here. Anyhow, but with any luck, I'll see you tomorrow. So be good to yourself, be good to one another, stay dry, keep the snow shovel handy if necessary, and blessed be.